Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2022 mid-month general reading. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of April, the last half of April, and this reading is for the water sign of Cancer, our Cancerians, our crabs. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to be here, and as always, thanks for all of your support, your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, feedback, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, always welcome and always appreciated. Okay, Cancer, this is for you for the last 2 weeks of April 2022. That's if your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign is in Cancer. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Cancerian. It'll resonate a little differently for everyone. Of course, it's a general reading. So if you know all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, watch each of them because each one can bring in a little additional insight and perspective into what's going on in your life. And if you find that something does resonate with you, enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link, the little arrow attached to this video. I'd be delighted to hear from you, and I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. So email me if you're interested. Okay, Cancer, let's move right into this, see what the last 2 weeks of April look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Cancer, last half of April. Okay, we begin with the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing and orchestration. We have no control over that. We spin the wheel, and where it lands is up to God, Spirit, angels, and guides. Although in the upright position, it does represent a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. Even if it doesn't appear that way, this is God, Spirit, angels, and guides working on in your behalf. With Temperance, wow, balance, spirituality. Neither too much of one thing nor too much of the other, which requires adjusting. Temperance, people, it's about patience and moderation, but it's often represented as a kind of a static energy, and it's not. To temper something in the culinary world means to take two things of different temperatures, like something hot and something cold, and blend them together. You can't do that quickly. You have to do it slowly. In order to make an even mixture. So temperance is kind of like being in the middle of a seesaw or teeter-totter. When you're in the middle, you're grounded. You know who you are, what you're about, where you're going, what the right thing is, right? Then even if the outside arms go up and down, which represent things that are out of our control, as long as we stay in that center and don't let ourselves get pulled off to this thing or that thing, then we're less likely to lose our balance and stay grounded. That's what temperance is. So it's like, here it literally looks like something unexpected, perhaps unexpected, or just, whatever the Wheel of Fortune is going to represent for you, kind of maintaining your balance during that, knowing that it's also for your greater good, whether it's initially super positive or challenging. Next, we have the Five of Wands, conflict, internal conflict, external conflict, arguing about the same thing over and over and over again, everybody wanting to be right, everybody wanting to have the last word. So it just kind of goes around and around. Sometimes it can represent petty drama, conflict within yourself, conflict with other people, a combination of both. With the Five of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, new information, illumination, insight, the big start of a new path. Something being revealed. Maybe fighting over that or some kind of conflict over that. Next we have Faith, which in other decks is the Hierophant card. So institutional energy, everybody kind of under the same umbrella doing the same thing, cultural identity, religion, institutions, university, government. Although here in the Tarot of Dreams, the artist Cyril Marchetti wanted more of a reference to actually faith, to having faith in something. With Faith, we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This could be you. It could also be another water sign or somebody who's showing up like that, loving, compassionate, helpful water energy. This could be you holding on to your faith or having faith in something, or somebody else helping you do that. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the last half of April, Cancer, is the Page of Swords. He's gathering information or giving a message, some kind of news, some kind of information, which is he's probably bringing this Ace of Swords. So there's finding something out or gaining information here, a message about that. Let's clarify. Clarify the Page of Swords. Excuse me, we had a card just jump right out. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords again. Let's pull another one or two more clarifying cards for that. So the Page of Swords is bringing the Ace of Swords. Speak and it happens, right? Let's clarify that overall energy a little bit more. Something is being illuminated. Something is being brought to light. There's some new perspective or enlightenment information coming. The Ten of Pentacles, long-term security and stability, inheritance. Maybe some of you are hearing that you're going to be receiving money or an inheritance or something which promises long-term security and stability, which can be anything from long-term stable relationships and marriages, work, money. The Star, something that renews and restores your hope, faith, and optimism. This is a card of renewal, right? This is a card of wish fulfillment, but it requires faith. It's a pretty spiritual reading too, even though the issues might be about concrete or practical things. There's a lot of energy here about trusting in spirit, trusting in God, trusting that everything is unfolding for a reason, everything is happening for a reason. It's interesting because in the tarot, chronologically, the Star comes after the Tower, which is usually an unexpected event which comes in and shakes something right down to the bottom, often ends something in a pretty significant, profound way. And then the Star comes after that to renew and restore hope, faith, and optimism, perhaps after some difficulty. And rest assured that the path that you're on and what's happening is going to lead to your joy and fulfillment and your long-term security and stability. But you're hearing something over the last half of April which renews and restores your hope, faith, and optimism in having that long-term security, whatever this specifically represents for you, because in a general reading it could be anything from marriage to long-term job to inheritance. Let's clarify that Wheel of Fortune. Might be money for some of you, or something that represents, material security. But it's almost like coming out of nowhere here with the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it's coming from God, spirit, angels, and guides. But we have no control over this energy. Strength, facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and even looking at the part you've had to play in it. The Ten of Wands, at the end of your rope, the end of feeling overwhelmed, time to lay a burden down, a burden coming to an end, because in the tarot, the number 10 represents a cycle ending or coming full circle. And you're trying to kind of maintain your balance in the midst of this. Clarify Temperance. I just got a specific message for someone out there that you are embarking on you're embarking on a course of study, a new course of study that's going to lead you down a different career path. Interesting. Clarify Temperance. The High Priestess, another very spiritual card, trusting in your intuition, which is your link to God, Spirit, Angels, and Guides. Paying attention to signs that you feel are repeating themselves, or dreams which have the same theme. It's a card of knowing instinctively and intuitively that the path that you're on, that what's unfolding and what's happening is meant to be. It's meant to put you in a place where you can finally lay down the burden that you've been carrying, and start on a new path. And the next card is the Ace of Pentacles. So we have 2 aces already. This is a more practical new beginning or opportunity because it's governed by the element of earth. Could be moving, relocating, new jobs, new projects, sometimes an unexpected sum of money. For some of you, this is money coming in, or hearing that it's going to be coming in. Let's clarify the Five of Wands, because then we have some conflict here over the Ace of Swords. Is this an opportunity you're not sure about taking? Or is this something you've decided to embark upon and there's other people around you who don't agree with you? Maybe some people support you and some people don't. Maybe you're kind of wrestling with it internally. A combination of all of those things. Clarify the Five of Wands. The Hierophant, which is exactly what this card Faith is. It's just called Faith in this deck, but it represents the Hierophant card. So it represents the standard, right? The tradition, roots of origin, culture, organized religions, institutions, government, everybody kind of under one umbrella, doing the same basic thing, the same routine, the same, rules and policies. The Six of Wands, victory, triumph, success after a challenge, the world, leveling up, the last major arcana card in the tarot, moving up, moving on, entering a whole new landscape with different options and opportunities, because whatever path you've been on, whatever you've done, that's coming to an end. There's an opportunity moving forward here to start on a new path, which represents for you a leveling up. Right? But there's conflict about it. Now, the conflict might be within yourself, but I also feel like it's with other people. And I even feel like that's split too, Cancer. It feels like some people are supporting in you and maybe some people or one person isn't. Or they're afraid of what it might mean, that you'll change and grow and maybe remove yourself from them. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. I mean, it could even be a partner that you're having the conflict with, although this doesn't feel like much of a love reading, but the decisions you make could be affecting a relationship. Clarify Ace of Swords. Eight of Pentacles, work, study. Again, I feel like some of you are starting off on a new path, a new job, or a new course of study so that you can get a different job, a different career path. The Eight of Wands, fast movement forward, action, activity, travel. The Eight of Cups, leaving behind that which isn't fulfilling. Might require travel, it might require moving, because that's kind of involved here. And again, I'm getting conflict around this. Like you're supported by some people, but other people aren't, or are arguing with you about whether this is the right thing to do or not, because it's either... So this is where it gets tricky in general readings, right? It's either you're making a decision to go off on a new path, and like your community or that conventional standard are supporting you, but somebody else isn't. Or for some of you, it might be the opposite. It might be that you're going off on, you're starting off on a brand new journey. It could even be a physical, literal journey, but your community or that conventional energy, like they're, kind of saying, wait, that's not the right thing to do, or why are you doing that? Because I'm getting that you're getting chatter pulling you this way and pulling you that way. Let's clarify faith. For some of you, in terms of relationship, although I feel like this might be a smaller number of you, it may be that you're involved in a relationship with somebody who's kind of in and out, in and out, in and out, and they're going again, and you're like, okay, well then I'm going off on this path, and good luck to you. Clarify faith. Faith, the Hierophant, clarify. Four of Pentacles, the Miser card, or holding on. Could be literally holding on to faith. The Hanging Man, waiting, being patient, watching things unfold, not taking any action or making any movement forward because something is still in play. It's not the right time to act yet. You can be gaining new information. The Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you or another water sign. It's like either someone is telling you, because faith came with the King of Cups, someone is telling you, okay, that's all well and good, but just hang on just a minute. Don't act just yet. Don't go charging forth just yet, because something is still playing out here. It could be another person. It could be you, kind of getting that message from Spirit. Just hang tight, have faith, don't do anything quite yet, just hang on. Clarify the King of Cups. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, somebody's telling you, or it's your internal message, it's not quite time to act yet. Knight of Wands, Knight of Fire. Charges right off there to do the thing, the mission, the quest. But in the reverse, it's not quite yet. Just hang tight. The Wheel of Fortune again. Something is in motion. I feel like you're being compelled to just wait before you move forward, because something's still playing out. Spirit is still organizing and orchestrating things in this situation. I feel it actually quite strongly. This is a little similar to Leo's reading too. Maybe some of you are on the Cancer-Leo cusp. Clarify that Wheel of Fortune. I feel like Spirit wants me to give you a message that yes, you are going to be embarking on a new beginning, but there's a couple different new beginnings that it could be, and you're not being called on to act quite just yet. Just hang on, because they're still doing something with this situation. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. And you need to trust in that. The King of Cups and the Fool. So we have the King of Cups twice. We have the Fool, a brand new journey, the first major arcana card in the tarot. Yeah, I have a very strong feeling there, Cancer. There is a new beginning in front of you, and an ending and a brand new beginning. But for some of you, it may be a little different than you think. You're being asked not to step forward into it just quite yet, because something is still at play. Spirit is still working on this situation for you to start it. Or it just may be that there's a delay time between the time that the opportunity is there and the time you can actually begin something, which again is Spirit driven as well. So in thinking about it, I kind of get an anticipatory feeling. Like there's a new beginning there, but it's not quite. It's like on your doorstep, but not in your house yet, right? It's just hang tight. That's why I keep getting that quite strongly. All right, I'm going to leave it there and ask for any final messages, guidance, and advice for Spirit. From Spirit for Cancer for the last 2 weeks of April 2022. Advice and guidance for Cancer. The Four of Swords, a temporary withdrawal. What did I say? A temporary withdrawal or retreat from conflict in order to rest, recuperate, gain a different insight, some different perspective. And again, I think Spirit is working on this. And then right after that, we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups. You got all four aces here. All new beginnings and new opportunities in each area of life, in each element, which means in each area of life: mental, emotional, physical, practical. The Sun. Wow. You're going to be starting something completely new, a new journey, a path, a new path of learning, a new path, a brand new path. There's conflict about it, internal, external, with these people, with that person. You know, you're going to be starting pretty soon. But right now, right at this time, not just quite yet. It's kind of like preparation or the build-up for it. And you're being asked to just kind of hang tight for a minute. Just take a temporary step back, and then those new beginnings. And the Sun, light, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, pressures being uplifted, is coming right on its heels. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Cancer. I almost said Leo. I think some of you are on the Cancer-Leo cusp. All right, Cancer, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of April 2022. I hope you found them useful, give you some food for thought. Again, if any of this resonates with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can also get that info by clicking the description link. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the May general readings. Isn't this year just moving on? So in the meantime, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.